In this video we're going to take a look at the WisFox Landing Pad for drones. I purchased this from Amazon, put a bit of a screenshot above just to show you what the page looked like. And these pads are designed to just give your drone a smooth landing and takeoff point of view to avoid it throwing dirt up or getting caught in grass and things like that. Let's have a look what's inside them. Going to have to be a little bit careful because it does open a little bit like those pop-up tents you may have seen for festivals. Zip on the top opens up like this, and inside reflective strips, and they're designed for you to sort of decorate the landing pad with, and for nighttime flying they'll reflect against any lights of the drone, or if you flash a torch against to see where your landing pad is in the dark. So you get that in there. What you also get is a set of 3 pegs. Very useful for holding the landing pad down in a little bit of wind, or just for keeping it steady as the drone comes in and out. I'd always recommend using the pegs if you have the ground suitable for putting them in. Open this out carefully and you get the actual landing pad itself. And if I let go of it like that, it starts opening up and pops. And that's what we get. You'll notice it's 2 colours. It's orange on one side and blue on the other side. Colours don't really mean anything. Just, I suppose, personal choice. So I put the orange up. You'll see these 3 peg down ties here, and obviously there for the pegs to go in. So you put it onto the ground, peg, and peg through the tie and into the ground. They do different sizes of these landing pads, and this particular one, if I just measure it, just try and see if I can get it all on the screen for you. Not too bad there. So if I measure that, that is 75 centimetres, 30 inches across. This is plenty big enough for the Mavic Air 2 drone that I fly. You should be able to fit a Mavic Pro on there. Phantom 4 is getting a little bit close, but not too bad. Should probably still fit as well. So getting it out of the pack, fairly easy. Let's have a go at putting it back in. And what you are supposed to do is twist and keep twisting, and importantly, don't let go. Letting go flows it back out. Twist, keep twisting, and keep twisting, and eventually you get the hang of it and it all folds inside each other. As I said, eventually, on that one, there you go, and that folds back in. What I'd recommend is making sure you've got the bag handy nearby. Last thing you want to be doing is doing that, having to put it down, go and find the bag, and then it'll pop back open. Get this in the bag first, and then you just put the other stuff back in. Zip it up. Little carry handle on the top for carrying it around. That is it. Nice simple bit of kit, but it is really useful in high grass, rocky ground, gravel and things like that. It just stops the downdraft from the propellers from blowing things around or from getting caught in the grass. It's also a really good visual thing to be looking at for landing back down again. Face the camera down, bring the drone down, and as soon as the pad is filling most of the camera, you know you're online for that. And even for looking from it from far away, if your drone's high enough and looking down at an angle, you should be able to see the pad in there. So it's quite bright colours, and again at night with the reflective pads on, you'll get some reflection back from it to make it more visible. And now what we're looking at is some in the field demonstrations of the WisFox Landing Pad. Here I'm just taking it out and getting it set up. You can see easy pop up, and even in a slight wind it's easy to control. Moving it onto the grass a little bit and just pegging it down now to give it a firm base. And you'll see in some of the footage here that grass is just long enough to cause the propellers to catch if the drone doesn't land quite correctly. And it does stand out well against the green grass. So that's it pegged in. Let's take a look at the drone on top of it now. So here's a drone, got the propeller guards on that as well, so that actually makes it bigger than it is without those, but that fits perfectly for me. Nice and sat there. And now I'm going to take off, and you'll see a nice clean takeoff there. And from the drone's point of view, this is on slightly different ground. This is on sort of rock and gravity ground, but you see it take off from there. And if we pan down, you can see the map from above. Fairly easy to see, and that's protecting it from the grit and the gravel, and also hopefully gives it a little bit of a softer landing. And this is coming to land on the grass. This is a manual landing. I've located the pad, and now I'm coming down. I'm going to land on the pad. So it's helping me centre it. I've got the grid on the field of view, and it's helping me centre it a little bit better. One thing to remember is the camera is slightly forward of the drone, so if you're centering the camera, your drone is going to end up a little bit further back, so you want to aim the camera a little bit more towards the front, which I'm not doing in this case. And there, as it comes down, you'll see the camera tilts forward just to stop it from bashing against the ground. Quick review there then. Take a look, there are lots of different manufacturers for these types of pads, and lots of different sellers of the WisFox one on Amazon as well. If you enjoyed the video, please click the like button. If you're enjoying all the content on drones and cameras and technology behind them all, subscribe to the channel. There'll be plenty more videos coming up.